I have some really exciting news that I want to share with you. It's a new tiny house community near the beach here in Eastern North Carolina. And today I have a special guest with me. This is my friend Jason Billy, and he is a resident here to Wilmington, North Carolina, where we actually build tiny homes. And he recently purchased an RV park, similar to Mountain Haven like we have in the mountains of Virginia, and he is converting that into a tiny house community. So in this video, we want to kind of quickly go over what he's up to, how we're involved, and how we can help you. So this is a partnership we're super excited about. So Jason, could you just tell us a little bit about your tiny house community?
Yeah, man, absolutely. So this community is 3 miles from the beach in Surf City, North Carolina. It's super convenient to all kinds of stores and amenities. You got Lowe's Home Improvement, Harris Teeter, bars, other places for entertainment really close by. We are still in the process of infrastructure improvements right now. We have replaced all of the plumbing, all of the electrical. We have done a lot of landscaping, and there's still more to be done. And in the future, we're gonna add some more amenities such as a community dog park, maybe a community garden or fire pits, things like that, just to make the place feel a little bit more homey.
So one concern a lot of people have is that there's RVs and there's also tiny houses in the park. Is yours going to be exclusively tiny homes?
Correct. We are only going to allow RV certified tiny homes. And the big reason for that, if you care to get into the weeds a little bit, is that the zoning for that property only allows it to be used as an RV park or campground. And so we want to do a tiny home community, but because of the zoning, we can only allow tiny homes that are RV certified, which is exactly what you guys are making right here.
Perfect. So when we purchased Mountain Haven last year, one big concern for people was that there's going to be short-term tenants blended in with long-term tenants, and most people just don't want that. So I'm curious if you plan on doing the same thing for your community.
Yeah, no, great question. We do not plan to allow any short-term tenants. Every spot will be an annual lease, and we're not going to allow any subleasing at all. So the idea or concern of having somebody rent one and rent it out as a short-term rental and having new guests in there every night disturbing the peace of the community, that's what we don't want and we're not going to allow.
Yeah, you know, having been in the tiny house game for so long, I know that I've spoken with many people who've lived in tiny house communities, and they would come home from work, for example, and there's people outside partying, you know, having a fire, which sounds great, but it doesn't really mesh very well together with long-term and short-term. So that's really good to hear. So I know you're still kind of early on with all this and you're getting things ramped up, but in the near future, do you have any plans for amenities or things that you want to add out there?
Absolutely, yeah. Once we get closer to full stabilization, full occupancy, we do have intentions to add some amenities such as a dog park and maybe a community garden and some community fire pits, things like that, that will help it feel, you know, more of a community, you know, kind of feeling.
Yeah, and you know, that's one great thing, that a lot of people want the amenities, and they also want to be around other like-minded people. So people that understand the benefits of living in a tiny house and just living with less and have a more simple life. And I think also one other shared interest that they'll have is that most of the homes, or maybe if not all the homes, will be built there from tiny house listings. So we're really looking forward to working with you on this and getting some homes in there for people. So not only will the community have really great amenities, everyone will be living in beautiful homes that are built by tiny house listings.
Yeah, we're super excited to partner with you guys on this project because I consider you a friend, and you guys are local to the Wilmington area, which is where this community is close to. And so we're super stoked to be able to have tenants that want to live in a tiny home community near the beach, but they also need to source the tiny home. You guys do that, and you guys set them up for them and teach them how to use them and everything. So it's really a turnkey type deal and a win-win for everybody.
That's the biggest thing, I think, is most people are trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together, the buying the house, the financing it, finding a place to live, where to put it. This is pretty much turnkey. And so that's the goal, to walk you from beginning all the way through to the end. And speaking of the end, that's the end of this video. So if you are interested in buying a tiny house, your first step would be to reach out to us. And you can do that by emailing us at build@tinyhouselistings.com. And we'll work our way through it and hopefully get you to the point where you move into Jason's brand new tiny house community. So thanks so much, Jason. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right.